It's been a difficult year for India's relationship with China. The virus from Wuhan was bad enough. Then came a military provocation, the worst border standoff in decades. 20 Indian soldiers died in action. It's been 8 months. 8 military-level talks have happened, but the standoff has not ended. China keeps promising de-escalation, but it does not pull its soldiers back. So for the first time this year, the government of India has launched a direct attack on Beijing. Until now, New Delhi was sticking to the diplomatic code of conduct. In public, the statements were non-confrontational. In private, the language was direct. India wanted the Chinese troops to withdraw. China has not listened. So today, Delhi spoke openly. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar says the India-China relationship has been significantly damaged this year and that it cannot be business as usual with China as long as the PLA, the People's Liberation Army, is on the border.
Very differently brought tens of thousands of soldiers, in the full military preparation mode, right to the line of actual control in Ladakh. Now, naturally, the relationship would be profoundly disturbed by this. We've had 20 casualties out there. I think it has completely changed national sentiment as a result.
As Jaishankar said, China is in a major breach of bilateral agreements. The Chinese side has given 5 different explanations for this provocation, but it has failed to explain why it did not adhere to agreements, why it had to provoke India militarily and attack Indian soldiers. China has no answer for these questions. In fact, the provocations have not stopped. China has dispatched fighter aircraft and troops to a Pakistani airbase, and this is close to the Indian state of Gujarat. The deployment is for the Shaheen military exercise. So we have Chinese soldiers at the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. And in the west, the Chinese are conducting a drill with Pakistan. Clearly, peace is not China's priority. China has not responded to the Indian minister's statement, but Russia has spoken on the border standoff. And this is an interesting assessment, we have to say, from a country that has been India's strategic ally and major arms supplier. Russia feels the West is engineering a split between Moscow and Delhi, ignoring the Chinese aggression. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Western powers are trying to engage India in a quote-unquote anti-China game. Listen to this.
For instance, India is subject to persistent, aggressive, devious Western policy, which tries to draw the country into anti-Chinese games, promoting so-called Indo-Pacific strategies. At the same time, Western policy tries to weaken our close partnership, strategic privileged relations with Indians. There is a very tough pressure undertaken by Americans on New Delhi concerning Indian military technical cooperation with Russia.
No prizes for guessing who Mr. Lavrov is talking about here. The United States of America. Russia has its own theory about the border standoff between India and China. In the statement, Sergei Lavrov referred to India as a quote-unquote clear pole in the world order. He says the West wants to weaken India's alliances with different global powers in order to maintain what he calls a unipolar world order. With those words, Moscow seems to have effectively given a clean chit to Beijing. At the same time, Sergei Lavrov has drawn the attention of the world to the great power game. This pandemic has shaken the world order. New alliances are taking shape. Russia, of course, does not want to lose an ally like India in a big arms market. So here's what we have. Global powers, Russia and the United States, vying for India's partnership. India will have to hedge its bets and make sure this rise does not come with a compromise. Like S Jaishankar said, it cannot be business as usual with China. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. The World is One.